Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your tarot video scope for 17 by Alma. This will be a recording for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. If your sun sign doesn't make sense to you, please listen for your rising sign and your moon sign, because not always every month your sun sign will resonate with you. For those of you who like to know more, I already uploaded a Vimeo video for those of you who are interested for download and purchase. The link for that is right down here below. In the Vimeo videos, I am doing an Akashic reading for you, for your sign. I'm also clearing your energy field, and I'm sending out to you some Reiki healing. To contact me for a private reading, please email me at almalightworker@gmail.com. You can also visit our website, almalightworker.com. If you live in the United States and you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. Now, allow me to focus on this reading. Actually, I forgot to thank you. So thank you for subscribing, especially if you are new. Thank you if you are a returning subscriber. And please remember that you can also turn on the notification button, which it would be the little bell icon right here next to the subscribe button. If you click that, if you turn it on, that will notify you every time that I upload special videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. So now, let's focus on your reading. The general feelings that I am picking up, they have to do with you pampering your self, feeling nurtured and supported, having to make an important decision or an important choice that maybe you still are dwelling on it. But you also have two people's cards. You have the King of Cups and also the Queen of Wands in this reading. So some interactions with two of these important people are going to be very significant. It is also about changes with your job, with your career, reevaluating your career, new possibilities with your job, or new possibilities with your career in general. It is generally about you re-evaluating the people that you deal with in daily basis, the people that you deal in your life, and maybe figuring out where do you stand in that social setting with them. And whatever is going on with you in her, it does feel like maybe in your mind you also be exaggerating the situation a little bit, because not everything is as bad as you make it in your mind. Now, let's break it down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up in this reading is the Nine of Cups. To me, the Nine of Cups, it means happiness, pampering yourself, hospitality, giving and receiving. It also represents support of the support of friends. It also represents creativity, happiness. And if this doesn't make sense to you for the purpose of this general reading, I am also going to say that it also means something to support your soul. Now, allow me to tune in psychically. This way I can get what are the messages with this card, what are the guides are trying to tell you with this card. It does feel that you are on the verge of breaking a very important energetic barrier, limitations that in some way are making you feel bored, stuck, or stagnating. And it does feel that slowly and gradually you are going to walk away from anything or anyone that is making you feel stuck, stagnating, or even bored. Some of you must have had some sort of a writer's block, because the way this is coming to me, it feels like now you Aquarians are becoming more productive, are getting more creative. You seem to have all of these brilliant ideas in your mind, and there is this easy flow to how ideas are being created in your mind and how you are processing this creative thinking. It is about creative thinking and this creative process. You does feel like some of you feel a little bit split, or you witness friends, relatives, family members being split. Maybe one of them wants you to choose and to take sides, who's right, who's wrong. Or this could be you in your own feelings, how you feel about someone in particular. You may feel a little bit split in your feelings. However, whatever the situation is, it does feel that you are going to choose to do and you are going to choose to be or not to be with that person that contributes to your vibration, contributes to your prosperity. And for many of you, you are going to learn how to um, enjoy yourself first. Do the things that you enjoy doing. So putting yourself first. Some of you will be doing some sort of a treatment. You'll be getting a massage. You'll be getting facial treatments like a facial. You'll be getting you may be getting your hair done. You'll be getting laser hair removal. It does feel like you are getting something done that really makes you happy. You also getting receiving some sort of another form of healing. Maybe it doesn't have to do with so much with your external appearance. Maybe it is some healing to a much deeper level, something liberating, because I do see you being uplifted and up in the air, nothing weighing you down so much. You may benefit a great deal from either meditating, or you just enjoy spending time alone. If you are not normally someone who enjoys spending time alone, you may enjoy spending time alone, or even enjoy spending time in your home. Some of you could be preparing to attend a gathering, but you also be preparing to host a gathering. Maybe you are organizing some sort of a gathering or a celebration. It does feel like in your mind you have all of these ideas, like one by one, and it is about you figuring out how you feel about each and every idea, each and every plan, how these ideas and plans make you feel. And it does feel like emotionally you are weighing things out, because soon you have to make a decision. So you are taking your time to think about it. And this also comes in the form of an advice. Take your time to think about it. Take your time to figure out the details. And remember to enjoy yourself in the process. The next card that you have is the Two of Swords. Falls in the position of present current situation. To me, it means undecisiveness. Feeling caught between two people, two choices, two ideas, without taking sides, or sometimes it also means feeling torn by choices. Now, allow me to tune in and let me figure out what the messages are. So remember, if you pay attention to the picture, it says you having a blindfold, and maybe that's why you cannot make a decision. There are things that maybe mentally you still need to process. Maybe there is information that you need to understand, information that you need to have access to it. Maybe there are some unknown factors, unknown aspects, but it also means that you have the power to research and make this information available to you. In order for you to make a decision, It does feel like the decision will totally be up to you, and you don't necessarily have to make that decision now. If time for you to make a decision, maybe you feel stressful or you don't feel like you have any important decisions to make. Um, it does feel like in the last portion of the team, because it's pretty much the end of the year, um, if not in your inquiry, you are going to be in a position when you are going to make a decision. For some of you Aquarians, this decision includes um, you cutting off a person from your life. It doesn't feel like a love-related decision. It could be like that for some of you, but the very first feeling that I got, it was about you deciding to cut somebody off, or maybe to put some distance between you and this other person. Some of you be struggling with boundaries. Maybe somebody's overcrossing their boundaries with you, or vice versa. You are also going to be drawn to intuitively find your way out of this. So if you are not seeing with your own eyes, you'll be seeing with your third eye. You'll be seeing with your intuition, and you'll be using that intuitive feeling to get out of a circumstance, get out of a situation. So if your intuition is telling you to do or not to do something, then please follow your intuition. Somebody pressuring you in some ways. Maybe there are things that you don't want to do. Maybe you don't want to go to certain gatherings or parties. It could be about work relationships. It could be about anything. So if your gut is telling you something, then please follow your gut instinct. Some of you are really going to feel more in tune with your intuition and also your dreams, important dreams. Please pay attention to your dreams, because it feels like you will be guided through your dreams. There is some important message in your dreams. Some of you have some sort of a new beginning, and again, the new beginning is pointing out. Um, for some of you, you already had your new beginning at the beginning over. For other ones, that new beginning will show up for you toward the end of the month or the beginning of November. You may be contemplating also about whether to start or not to start something. But for whatever reason, at least one new beginning, it is being shown to me through the Two of Swords. The next card that you have is the King of Cups. To me, the King of Cups, if it represents a person, usually it represents a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign, or someone that right now is manifesting a lot of traits of a water sign. It also means someone who struggled but did hold on through these struggles with a lot of grace and dignity. It also signifies self-improvement, motives, inspires others, stability, and understanding. And there could be some messages also related to your rising sign, if your rising sign is a water sign. It does feel that you're feeling like somebody's intentions toward you. Maybe they're not as pure. Maybe there is something else beyond these intentions. Some of you may be feeling like somebody is observing and watching every move that you are doing. They be questioning everything that you are doing. So maybe not everything is good about this person, because I keep getting this mixed duality of feelings. There are moments when you feel good about this person, and maybe they don't bother you as much. And there are moments where you really feel like some sort of a clash of opinions, a clash of ideas is about to happen. Maybe this person is not so stable. Maybe they're not stable in what they say they're going to do. Maybe they're not stable mentally or emotionally, or maybe in their life right now they're not so stable. So that will also be reflecting on you and affecting you. If this card represents a person, and please don't pay attention to the gender, it may be a woman or a man in your life. If this person represents somebody who maybe they're trying to get you involved in a situation that you are not too comfortable, could also be a confrontation. It does feel that the only way out is the diplomatic way. It is whatever is happening, not to overcross your boundaries, no matter what this other person is doing or acting. So please try to stay calm and be very diplomatic about this. This could also be someone maybe in a work related situation. If this person represents someone in the family, it does feel like both of you need some time out or some time apart from each other. If this person is a family member, if you are a single parent, whether you are a single father or a single mother, it does feel that you are going to achieve something that wasn't possible for you before, and especially when it comes to the growth of the relationship between you and your child. And for some of you, this deal, you hear some news or some information in regards to legal proceedings, to a legal case that also be involving your children, a legal case involving your children, or about your children. For some reason, this could also be about child support, child's custody, or maybe something's going on in the life of a child, some legal aspect, and now you're going to hear some news about this case. Whatever you are doing, you really need to be very firm. You don't have to be aggressive, but you most definitely need to be firm. And remember to be strategic, use your strategy, and be very diplomatic. This could also be about a possible move or travels, because they are drawing attention to the water in this. Okay, in the card, in the picture, there's water in the background. So this could also be about maybe sudden opportunities for you to travel, or you having a sudden wish or desire to either move or travel. I don't see Aquarius necessarily moving, but it does feel that some of you could be making plans. Maybe you want to move next year. So also, some of you will be presented with an opportunity to travel for work. If you find yourself traveling inward, or even inward for that matter, it does feel like you are really going to enjoy the travels. The next card that you have is the Queen of Wands. It does fall in the position of advice. To me, the Queen of Wands, if it represents a person, again, please don't pay attention to the gender, could be a man or a woman. It does represent a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. It does represent a trip, a journey, a career move, someone who's gentle, loves children and animals. Sometimes they be overly sensitive and get the job done. So allow me to tune in and let me figure out what is this all about. You may be having important communications. This could be online learning. This could be books. This could be training. This could be through the development of a skill that you have, or for the purpose of growing your career. For some of you, you may be thinking of getting a new job. Maybe there is something in a work situation, because on the previous card I mentioned this could be a person work related or a work related situation. There's going to be some strategic move that you need to make in the workplace. So if you are the boss or if you are self-employed, you need to kind of avoid this person, assign them in a different project, move them to a different department. If this is a client that is being particularly difficult, you may not completely say no to their face. Maybe you are in a very strategic way refer them to someone else. Other Aquarians be on your road to success. This is either about some communication, some news about an upcoming promotion for you, Aquarius. You must have been going through some technological problems or technological issues, even though it is not Mercury retrograde. Some of you are being shown to me as struggling a little bit with some technical aspect to something. Could be voice, could be audio, could be something in the production, a line, if that makes sense to you. But it does feel something minor that you are trying to arrange it. So minor things, I keep getting through this. You also had to deal with delays, things not necessarily being done on time. But it does feel like you are going to catch up with it. You will be receiving some sort of a letter or notification from, for some of you, it's going to be from a bank. It could also be paperwork from a bank. For other ones, it's going to be from IRS. I also keep hearing back from a program that you wanted to get in. This could be a college, a university, some other kind of a program. This could also be about that. So there's going to be some important news and communication. And it does also feel that you're going to need further clarification. Maybe you are not understanding this information being presented to you correctly, because I do keep getting either a solution or something good being presented to you, but maybe either you are not considering this good, or maybe you are not understanding this information coming to you. Again, it could be from IRS, from a bank, from a program that you wanted to get in. This could be a memo being sent out to everybody in the office. Now, if you are not a working Aquarian, I still do find you trying to spice things up. Maybe you are born of the same home environment. Maybe you are trying to change your home environment a little bit. Maybe decoration, rearrangements. But I keep getting that you are going to keep yourself busy, because all the time I do see you doing things and doing things. So keeping yourself busy. There's going to be plans in action or phone calls, trying to make plans and arrangements about an upcoming reunion. This could be between you and a friend, you and a family member, a mother for some of you, but this could also be about a reunion, a gathering with a teacher, a mentor, or a coach, someone that really guided you, helped you, and in some ways they were like a teacher, a coach, or a mentor to you. If you are in need of finding someone to guide you, to support you or to help you with things that have to deal with your career, it does feel like the universe, it has opened a door for you to be connected with the people that are actually meant to help you through this. Because I also keep getting that maybe people referring that you read a certain book, maybe people referring that you watch certain videos, also giving you specific names about people to hire or to get some sort of counseling. Could also be business counseling, could be counseling about your career. It does feel that one of your higher ups will present to you and is going to open a door for these new opportunities to show up. Some of you may be preparing for a job interview, maybe not, maybe the interview won't happen anymore, but you'll be receiving news about an upcoming job interview. If you did feel like you had control, maybe you felt like maybe in a specific aspect of your life you needed better control, you're going to feel that in you are going to feel more in control, more in charge, and you decide to take better control of the situation. And it does feel like you're going to firmly stand to someone. So you're going to be very firm with someone. But it feels like firm in your actions rather than firm with your words, firm with how you communicate with them. It does feel like very firm in your action. There's going to be a little bit of disappointment, and it does feel that it's going to be a temporary moment. It doesn't feel like this disappointment will affect you long term, or you'll be quickly getting over it. You are about to meet new people that, again, are meant to, in some way, facilitate you moving on to the next stage of your life. Therefore, you'll be connecting with new people, new friends, you'll be connecting with a new company, you'll be connecting with other professionals. There's going to be, for some of you, some type of networking that will happen. And that's how you're going to feel connected with people that in some ways are meant to kind of guide you toward these new things in your life. For some of you, you'll be moving office. So I don't know what that means, because moving office doesn't necessarily mean a new job, but some of you will be preparing for an office move. And that's how this card comes to me. The next card that you have, the last card in the position of how to keep and maintain balance and the possible outcome, you have the Nine of Swords. Now, don't worry, the card is not so good, but let's see. The Nine of Swords, to me, it means sadness, grief, physical pain, mental anguish, no sleep or sleep issues, worrying, overly worrying, self-critical. But again, remember, the meaning of the card is not as bad as you make it in your mind. Through the first card, I mentioned your creativity. So for some of you, your imagination and your fantasy in your mind could be very much highlighted. And maybe this is why some of you in your mind, you be exaggerating the situation a little bit. It's like your imagination is running wild. Whatever sense of blockage you have, whatever sense of fear you have, and feeling fear is very normal because we do feel fear to some degree. It doesn't feel like you need to let your fear stop you or block you. For some of you, it feels that you'll be doing something that involves you being in a sleep-like meditative state. For some of you, this directly relates to sleep. For other Aquarians, this could be like a lifetime, past life regression. This could be an Akashic reading. This could be a meditation session. This could be therapy. And that's how it's coming. So for some of you, it's not so much about what is going on with you right now, but rather it is about what happened in your past that did affect your emotions, and they did affect your beliefs, they did affect your faith, that kind of pre-programmed you to have particular patterns and particular behaviors. It is about you getting into the very root cause of this so you can let go and transform in order for you to move on. There are a lot of plans in the making. All I keep getting is that there's going to be so many things happening that you Aquarians are actually planning for these things, and you are actually even looking forward to these things happening. Therefore, right now they're talking about that component that is your emotional state, that is your spirituality, and about opening your heart. What is it that in your heart you need to let go? Whether it's attachment, hurt, or maybe you need a little bit more trust, faith, a little bit more excitement to get you going. Um, Maybe some procedure that you are making, because in the first card I believe I mentioned some procedures that you are doing, they be slightly hurtful, or maybe something slightly will bother you. So maybe it's not as you wished for. Maybe it's, again, don't make a big deal out of it. And if you can avoid um, having a fight with someone, do your best, because it does feel like somebody trying to get you involved in something that it doesn't feel very comfortable to you. Whatever this is, again, remember, maybe the situation is not as bad as you make it. There's a way out of this, and if the worst happens, whatever your conception of the worst is, again, it's not going to be as bad as you make it. So maybe your fear is getting the best of you. So focus on that, Aquarius. It is a good reading, okay? It is a good reading, but maybe you deal a little bit with some challenging emotions, because I don't necessarily see anything bad happening in this reading, but I do see your emotions and how you feel about it being a big factor. I hope that that made sense to some of you. Leave me a comment right down here below. Email me for a private reading, amalightworker@gmail.com. You can also contact me through the website, amalightworker.com. Clicking the links right down here below for those of you who are interested to know more. The first link is going to take you to the female videos, the specials that I made for you for this month. The second link or there's going to be a second and a third link that could be useful to you. Happy Thanksgiving again. Thank you so very much, and I will see you soon in the next videos. Bye.